What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to Common Man Carbine. It's Wednesday. We're out here with the Sons of Liberty Gunworks Broadsword. I've already gotten speeds on the gun. We've gotten it zeroed. I've shot 2 5-shot groups and a 10-shot. We're shooting Hornady Black 223 75 grain bolt tail hollow point today. I'm going to shoot another 10-shot on film and then walk the camera down range to show you what type of accuracy I'm getting. Average speed over 20 rounds is 2,663 feet per second even. We're gonna go ahead and shoot 10 more and see what we get down range. Just bear with me while I get set up. All right, let's head down range and see what we got. Bear with me, it's gonna be a long walk. It's the top left square, bottom target. So pretty good. We've got a flyer here. This was probably me. I guarantee like I was doing something weird with the bag, but I'd call that great accuracy, especially considering the ammo we're using, you know. Hornady Black, for those of you that have shot it, you probably understand that it's not like a precision, you know, like a dedicated precision round of any kind. I'm more than happy with that, especially like on a barrel that's likely not broken in. You know, this is the first 10, 20, 30 rounds it's shot. That's very promising in my mind. So, initial impressions on the rifle based on the very first 30 rounds I've put through it. I would say up to this point, it's certainly performing as advertised. Mike Michalski made the point to mention in the video he did specifically about the barrels that the port is sized in a way to lend the gun to tracking flat on target. I certainly think they accomplished that goal via not only the gas port size, but the fact that the guns come equipped with an A5 buffer system from the factory. I think the accuracy speaks for itself. Maybe your standards are a little higher than mine, but a 10-shot that size, first 30 rounds into a barrel, that's not something I've experienced with a barrel from any other manufacturer up to this point within that like round count window. Certainly excited to see that. You know, if I had one point of contention, it would be that the guns come with an A2 flash hider from the factory. I think they should offer a few different SKUs with a few different brakes from popular suppressor manufacturers. You know, we live in the modern day, suppressors are prevalent, dudes want brakes on their match guns. I think that would be like a really good way to cater to what the customer might want. The fact that these come in at that $2,000 price point and are accessible via your local gun store certainly make them a go for me. You know, if what you've seen up to this point is enough to make you go out and buy one, I would say do so in good confidence. They seem to be really good guns. Next, we're going to go to the 1,000-yard range and validate some data. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, we're out here at the 1,000-yard range. We've got a target array starting at 300 and going all the way out to 1,000. I'm going to shoot from 3 to 9. The berm here at the 1,000-yard line is such that, like, spotting impacts with 5.56 is pretty tough. If I had someone here to spot for me, we'd shoot out to that distance. Again, not trying to make excuses, but I don't want to waste my time or y'all's time. So we'll shoot out from 3 to 9. We're going to use the rough data we got from Applied Ballistics by plugging in like our muzzle velocity, twist rate, sight height, etc. I have not trued the muzzle velocity in this gun in particular, so we're just going to go with what we got from AB and see if we can't get on steel again from 3 to 9. So stand by, I'm going to get in the prone and we'll go ahead and get to shooting. All right, Applied Ballistics calls for 1.2 at 300. Got an impact. Calls for 2.3 at 400. Got an impact. Calls for 3.5 at 500. Got an impact. Calls for 4.9 at 600. Got an impact. Calls for 6.6 at 700. Just off right. I held right as a target, thinking there might be wind, but not so. Stand by. Got an impact. I'm going to do another. Got another impact. All right, 800 calls for 8.7. Just off left. Got an impact. All right, 900 finally calls for 11.1. Just off right. Impact. All right, so we validated our data from 3 to 900. Generally, all of it seemed to be pretty accurate. I didn't notice too much deviation, nothing crazy, like no rounds going a target length high or target length low, compared to what AB told us to hold for the or dial for those distances. Next, we're going to break out a tripod and, do some positional shooting, just get a general feel for how the gun itself handles. So, next, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate some positional shooting with the Broadsword here. We've got our support equipment, shot timer made by Pact Incorporated. We've got an Armageddon Gear Game Changer and a Vortex Radiant Carbon tripod. We're going to do a video about stuff like this later. But yeah, for now, we're going to go ahead and focus on some transitions in depth from 4 to 600. We're going to do some lateral transitions from 4 to 5 to 6. And then complete positional changes, like engaging the 600-yard target from the tripod and then going to prone and scoring around on the 800-yard target. So stand by. We're going to go ahead and get into it here in just a second. Time 7:56. Time 11:72. Time 24:82. Alright guys, we finished up our positional shooting, and in doing so, the review on the Sons of Liberty Gunworks Broadsword, it definitely handles well. It's an appropriate weight for what I would consider to be an SPR. That's just the icing on the cake, given the refined gas port and the A5 buffer system. The gun seems solid to me, man. I would, if I were a guy like prospecting a new match gun and I wanted something factory, I would certainly consider this an option. When you buy a new Sons of Liberty Gunworks, the words lifetime guarantee are printed. Actually, you know what? No, I think it's lifetime warranty are printed on the side of the box. They cover every part of the gun from muzzle to stock, even under normal use, meaning if you shoot a barrel out, they will replace it free of charge. Jump in the comments. Let me know if there's anything I missed. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see incorporated into these reviews or just my YouTube videos in general. I certainly appreciate you tuning in. We'll do another one soon. Thanks for tuning in to Common Man Carbine.